Everybody, welcome back to our kitchen and welcome back to our channel. Pull yourselves up a chair, sit down, and let's cook something delicious together. So today we're going to make a Boston cream poke cake. Now this is going to be a recipe that's featured in one of my cookbooks. So this is the beginning of my cookbook that I got started here. This is just the page of it. Pretty fairly simple. You're going to take a yellow cake mix and make it exactly as it is on the directions of the box. So we're going to preheat our oven to 350, which we've already done. We're going to combine our cake mix. They don't make these as easy to open as they used to, and I'm afraid it's going to fly everywhere. So you're going to dump your cake mix right in your bowl. We're going to add 3 eggs. One. Two. And 3. You're going to need 1 cup of water.
Is that? Hercules, Hercules, Hercules.
That's my emulsion thing with the whisk attachment
It's gonna
instead.
make you have a concoction.
And a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil.
For this stuff.
No coffee grinds.
Oh. I guess I don't throw these away because you can use them for something.
And then you're going to beat this with a mixer for 2 minutes.
Beat me again.
I'm going to beat you.
I didn't do anything. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it isn't because
It's like a mess maker now.
Alexa, stop. So then you're going to take and make sure that you spray the bottom of your pan, 13 by 9 pan. You're going to pour your cake batter right on in there. Make sure you get it all out. Until the last little drop. I just go like this and shake it about to get it all even on the bottom. And then we're going to go ahead and stick that in the oven for about 30 minutes and check on it. So our oven is up to temp. We have it at 350. We're going to go ahead and put that in. Alexa, set a timer for 30 minutes.
30-minute timer started.
And we'll be back with part 2. All right, so our cake is halfway done. So while it's finishing up, we're gonna go ahead and mix up our Jell-O, our pudding, to go inside the cake. That way when it comes out, we can poke the holes in it and then pour the pudding right on down in. So you want a 5.1 ounce thing of pudding. And you're going to mix this just like the directions on the back of the box as well. So we're going to add our pudding mix in here. And we need 3 cups of cold milk. And we're gonna whisk this for 2 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 2 minutes.
2 minutes timer started.
As you mix this, it'll start getting a little thicker. Alexa, stop. And we're just gonna set that aside until the cake comes out, and we're gonna poke some holes in it and pour this over the cake. All right, so our cake should be done. We're gonna go ahead and pull it out. And we're just gonna test it with a toothpick. There we go. Right in the center. That's done, perfect. So we're gonna put this on the counter. Well, we can let it here. While it's still warm, you want to take the back end of a wooden spoon and poke holes in it. You don't want it to go down the whole way because you don't want it to soak to the bottom of the pan. So that you have something that looks like this. And then you want to take and put that pudding right over the top and get it down in those holes. Just like you're frosting a cake, really. That helps get the more air holes down in there. And then just smooth it all over those again, kind of pat them down into each of those holes. I'm trying to keep it more in the holes than around the side of the cake. And then you're just going to take and put this in the refrigerator and let it cool completely before you make the chocolate frosting to go on the top. So it's time to make the frosting for the top of the cake. The first thing you want to do is have a stick and a half of melted butter. Now the version that's in my cookbook is actually using chocolate pudding on top, but I want to use a different frosting, and since it already is moist and has the vanilla pudding in it, so you can use either or. Definitely the other version works just fine. It's just a preference. So we're going to take a stick and a half of butter that's softened, and we're going to cream it until it's light and fluffy. So you have something like this. And then we're going to add in our cocoa powder. And we need 3/4 of a cup. So I have a 1/4 cup here. We're just going to do this 3 times. There's 1. Two. And 3. So we're going to go ahead and mix that together. And we're going to add in a 1/2 cup of boiling water. I just heated mine in the microwave. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So we're going to combine that until it's well combined. And I'm just going to use a small spatula to get this off the sides so I can keep combining it. Want to make sure we get all that cocoa powder down in there. And then we're going to need up to 5 cups of powdered sugar. So we're going to add this slowly to get what you want for the desired thickness. So I'm going to do 1 cup at a time. So here's what we got. Alright, so that's a little runny, obviously, still. So we're going to do a 2nd cup. And we're going to mix that one in. Now that's looking a little better, but still a little thin. So I'm going to put 1 more cup in. That'll make 3 cups. And then we're going to see what consistency we have and the sweetness level. Because I don't like overly sweet stuff, neither does Scott. Of course, this is going on a Boston cream pie, so it really shouldn't be overly sweet. Not a Boston cream pie, Boston cream cake. Whatever. Let's mix this one in. Now that's actually looking pretty good. It still looks like it's a little runny. I want to make sure we're keeping it not too split. It's actually starting to stick to your finger and form a little more, so it is a little more like frosting now. Still not super, still not sweet, still tastes like the dark chocolate. So like I said, you can add up to 4 cups of sugar. I do want to get it a little bit thicker, so we are going to go ahead and add 1 more. I know I keep saying that, but this is our 4th, and I think this will be our final. We're not going to go to 5. That's all your preference, what you like, how thick you like it. You know, obviously how sweet you like it. The dark chocolate taste is what we enjoy. As you can see here by the sound of the mixer, it is getting thicker. This is definitely a frosting level at this point, icing level at this point. I would not go a 5th cup. Now I can turn my mixer up, but I haven't. So this is still just like the very first speed, and you can tell that it's struggling a little more now. All right, so we're gonna call that done. I like to clean up as I go, so when I get stuff out, I put it away. I have hot soapy dishwater over there. Here's what our frosting icing looks like now. I think that looks really great. We're gonna go ahead, we pulled our cake out of the refrigerator because it does have that pudding in it, so we need to keep it in there. I do believe that when I do my recipe, I'll put both versions of icing on there, the chocolate pudding one and this one. So we're just going to take and put this right on top. Here's what our cake looks like. So the pudding has sunken down into the cake some. And we're just going to plop this right on top and then smooth it out. Now again, use as little or as much as you want. I just want a thinner layer. So this is obviously going to be too much, but you got to be careful because if you make it too thin, it starts spreading the cake apart. Boston cream, throw it, sticking up out of the top. That's because there is pudding on top of this cake. This cake is super moist, so the chocolate pudding actually does better because you can just put it on there and smooth it out and it stays with the moisture. This is a little bit thicker. But anyhow, folks, there you have a Boston cream poke cake. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Is there something that you'd like us to cook? Because I sure would like to try some new recipes. I'm always making things up. So yeah, stay tuned to our next video. Till next time, stay cooking. See ya.